Hi guys, Matt Lemke here with Gamer Goggles, gamer-goggles.com. And today I'm going to bring you an update. This is my first update since I don't know when, and it's definitely my first update of 2026. And I wanted to film this much earlier in January, but it was a very hectic month for me. Anyway, we'll come back to that a little bit. So we're going to look back at 2025 and forward into 2026. 2026 is already halfway through the first quarter, so that should tell you how my year is going. Anyway, so 2025 was pretty rough for me. My dad needs a lot of help, and it takes a lot of time right now. He was in the hospital most of last summer, so that interfered with a lot of the filming and stuff I did. I became, I guess, his go-to helper. I do a lot of stuff around the house now. I mow the lawn, I go up there and shovel the driveway, and put this in perspective. My dad's an hour one way, and that really does take a lot of time. And then there's my two sons. One still lives at home at 27 and is struggling to find a job, so we're doing a lot of things to help him with that. And my other son came back from the military, the Marine Corps, 2 years ago, and he got a job that he could walk to and ride his bike to, so he didn't do anything to get his license or buy a car. And in the last month, he decided it was time to move out and move in with a friend. And he decided to buy a car in that time, get his license, and it fell upon my wife and I to drive him to his new job for almost a month, which was a half an hour one way, while we were teaching him how to drive. So that's what's been going on there. As a result, I didn't get to do half of the filming that I wanted to do in 2025, and I've got a lot more ideas. So how things are going to unfold with the content I want to do, I really don't know. My dad still needs a lot of help, and he's probably going to need a lot of help the rest of his life. So I'm going to probably be up there at least one weekend a day a week, most of the time, unless I'm out of town. I'm planning on going to Adepticon and Origins and Gen Con this year and bring you guys some news from that. And then I'm also going to... I'm still not ready to get back into board games. I have two channels now, and I work a full-time job. So I have a very busy lifestyle, and I actually want a third channel, which is only going to make things harder. But I'm focused with... through Gamer Goggles and through Wargaming Goggles, our sister channel, first and foremost before I do my third channel. Even though I think my third channel is going to be the more popular of the three, I want to get these to a point with subscribers and things first before I pursue that. So what are you going to see in 2026 from Through Gamer Goggles? Through Gamer Goggles is the home channel, the mother channel, and it's going to be largely Pathfinder 2e, Rifts and Palladium. There's going to be more reviews. I'm going to do more GMing / better playing content. I have a series for Pathfinder that I want to start, and for Rifts or Palladium Books in general. I think I'm going to start with Palladium Books because there's a lot of our really good Pathfinder content out there already. So I'm just going to focus on what I think is going to be a little bit more successful to help the channel grow. I'd like to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and then figure out how I'm going to progress that. I'm going to do Alien and the One Ring, not Lord of the Rings, the One Ring from Free League. And when I say the One Ring, I'm really torn right now as to whether or not I should do the D20 version or their rules version. I own the non-D20 version, so I think I'm going to start with that. And Shadowrun. I have the potential to write for Shadowrun, so I'm going to play in the game world more. I'm going to run a campaign, so you're going to hear me talk about more stuff, and I'm going to reach out to my friends at Catalyst to see if I can't do a book review every time that a product comes out, and see if I can't get a copy. I want to do very much a series on how to create your own game world. And I want it to be something like how to create your own game world in 10 days. Because it's not like you're doing this to write a novel or to, you know, write your own book. This is for you at home to do in your own time. It's not necessarily for the professional, but I mean, a professional can certainly take it, apply it, and expand on it. So when I first came up with the idea, I had how to create your own game world in 30 days. But there's a lot of stuff out there on how to create your novel in 30 days or how to write your novel in 30 days. So game world, novel, 30 days. I think the novel's a lot more in depth with characters and plot twists and things of that nature. You can easily spend 30 days on making a very rich and developed game world, but I think I'm going to change it down to 7 or 10 days, maybe 15. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I have an idea of how I want to do it, and I'm going to write a how-to book on it, and I'm going to put it on Amazon and DrivethruRPG. It's not going to be a lot. It's going to be my course through basically filming the videos, and probably $2 or $3, and those proceeds will go to things like my hotel room at Gen Con, or my hotel room at Adepticon, or buying a new camera if I need a new camera. So I do plan on sticking around for a long time. Although I do have a hidden goal behind the scenes. I do want to do some terrain type videos. I don't know if I want to do like dungeon tiles or anything like that. I do want to do some kind of recreations, and I have a long-term goal that I hope to release before December of this year. It's going to depend on a lot of different things. I am a Lowe's affiliate, so that's one of the reasons why I want to do some terrain. I want to, you know, use my affiliate stuff and see how that works for, you know, promoting the channel and making the channel a little bit more lucrative, since I spend a lot of time filming and writing and creating. I actually spend more time creating than I get to do filming right now. But since my son moved out, we're not driving him back and forth to work in the winter and things of that nature, or, you know, having to take him to the grocery store or farther away for a better job interview. That's freed up a lot of time, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm trying to put myself on a schedule after work. My work schedule is 5 to 2, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. So it's a pretty good schedule. I can come home, I can film for a few hours, and then make supper. It's actually pretty good. But time is my enemy. One of the things that I look forward to trying to do this year is share more food. One of the things that we do here at Gamer Goggles is we do a couple of different, well, we don't do a couple of different things. We do quite a few different things. And when they're done at my house, which is my studio, there's always food. I have a catering background. I cooked professionally for about 14 years. I started cooking when I was very, very young, about 7 years old. And there was nothing I wasn't afraid to tackle. I think it was 3rd grade that I made a tort, 7-layer tort that was this big, about 10 inches high. Frosting, ganache, I did all the different layers. I did it all alone. My mom, I don't know where she was, because I wasn't home alone, I don't think, at that point in time, but she came in the kitchen. She's like, "Where'd this come from?" I go, "I made it." And she's like, "You did that today?" So anyway, that's a different story altogether. I want to share food. Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm getting lost in my notes. Sharing food may or may not happen, but I will most likely share the annual event that I do here at my house the first week of May. I call it Run and Gun. It started off for the game Resolution, which was a miniatures game, but now it's graduated. It's kind of like a 4-day event with me and just a handful of my friends. There's usually 5 to 10 of us. They come and go as they please. There's a lot of food. I smoke for 4 days. I prep for a day in advance. I make all the bread from scratch and everything. So there's going to be some pics of that and stuff on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please start. There's going to be a lot more food pictures on Instagram. It's also the home for all my miniature stuff and for all of the Gamer Goggles news. And as is the Facebook channel. Both Instagram and Facebook, since they're linked, they are a broader scope and are going to encompass everything that I call the Gamer Goggles network. Now, with travel, this is definitely something I want to do a lot more of, and I've already missed the boat on Gamma. I want to go to Gamma every year. I want to build better relationships with retailers and vendors, and learn more about the industry, especially the miniatures wargaming side of it and the role-playing game side of it, so that I can share more and I can cultivate both of these two channels to be where they're at. I would like to make... I would very much like to get over 100,000 subs. With the channel being what it is and being... I don't know if that's feasible for our niche, especially since my niche is a little bit broader and I'm not covering just one game. But I do want to go to Adepticon. I might go up for a day, which it's a 7-hour drive. And I don't know if I want to do that. I got to look at the tolls and the fees. Origins is in my backyard. It's only 2 hours away. I am probably going down for a day if I get a press pass. I've missed going since COVID. I want to go back, and I will focus on... Origins is going to be a place where I get to focus on smaller role-playing games, and sometimes you'll find newer miniature game companies there as well. So I'll be able to do tandem with both shows. Origins is probably going to happen. Gen Con is a definite must. I applied for my press pass already. And I kind of want to do a fall role-playing show since I'm doing Adepticon in the spring. I don't know. That probably will not happen this year. I don't have enough vacation. So until I make my writing career replace my current income, 6 shows a year is probably a bit much, with taking vacation time for the family as well. With that said, I also have a lot of projects I have to do this year. Real soon I'm going to have to be working in the garden. It's almost March. By the end of March, I pretty much have to have my garage re-drywalled in the ceiling. It's falling down. I store some stuff out there that I really don't want it to get damaged. Like right now I have a 40K army out there. I've got a whole bunch of resin models that were printed, and I probably lost an army this winter because the drywall fell off the ceiling from gravity just pulling on. So with that said, all this stuff takes time and money, and I need to start thinking about some other things and how I'm going to get there. One of those things is I'm going to need a new camera soon. My camera's from 2008. So I'm going to have to do something to raise $800. So I got a good start to that. I think I'm going to sell some X-Wing and maybe some of my D&D books that I don't use anymore. But the goal is not for anything like this channel to be what replaces my income. I would like it to be a little bit more self-sustaining, maybe pay for its internet usage or something like that, to make it a little bit more viable. So I have been thinking for a long time, pretty much since before COVID, about doing a Patreon. But that went out the window when COVID happened because I pretty much stopped producing content for 3 years. And now I'm back and I'm really enjoying it again, and I'm getting to explore some of the things that I didn't get to explore back then because I was doing so many reviews then. I want to film at least a video every other week. I want to publish a video every other week. And then on top of that, what I want to do behind the scenes is work on like the how to create your game world. And then maybe if it's done by July, post it July and run it every week until it's done for whatever. Maybe if it's how to create your game world in 10 days, it's 10 weeks of video. And then at the end of it, I'll publish my book. And then I really kind of want to do something with the Abomination Vaults. I started running it with my children, and that kind of fell apart when one of them moved out, one of them went to the Marine Corps, and it's been a struggle to restart it. And it's actually something that I think with my family I can record audio with and make it like a podcast. I would very much like to do that. There's not a lot of editing in that. Okay, no, I take that back. With my one son, there's a lot of editing. He swears a lot as a Marine. Anyway, but that's all that. I have a lot of plans. I would like for you guys to be a part of it. If you stuck around this long, please like, subscribe, and share this with people that you think might be like-minded and are going to support the channel. And when I say support the channel, right now, I mean more than anything, just subscribe, like, and share. Hit that notification bell if that thing even still works, and enjoy the content. I have a really good relationship with Pathfinder. I do a lot of Pathfinder reviews. I've got a really good relationship with Free League, and I've got a really good relationship with Catalyst. So that's going to make really great things happen for this channel, I think, and that's going to be the areas that we're going to focus on, because that's the areas that I do the most with. My buddies and I have been playing Shadowrun pretty much since it came out. Or not Shadowrun, Pathfinder 2. We have not played a lot of Shadowrun since the newest release, the newest edition. We've played like 4 sessions, but we all want to play it. And we have a lot of games going, but we're going to learn, and I'm going to share stuff as we go. So please like, subscribe, and share. Comment below. If you think some of these ideas are good ideas, let me know. I would love to hear from you. Have a great day. Hi guys. Meet the Nibbles, who's gonna go down. She just decided not to go down my back, so we'll do this for her so she's comfy. Thanks for watching my video, and I appreciate it. Please hit the like button and share it if you know somebody who might be interested. And of course, there's always Twitter and the Facebook thingy, and soon I have a newsletter coming. That'll be down there or in a link below, and my kitty cat loves that idea. So anyway, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, subscribe. Be a part of my community, our community. Let's make it grow together. See you guys at a con somewhere, or a local store, or if I'm driving through the country, maybe a game club. I don't know. You're not going to go knock down my camera. Bye, guys.